You can now read the 2024 Ripple Impact Report. As Ripple Impact moves into its 8th year, we have now permanently transferred a total of $200 million, 0 cents. During the year 2024, we continued to make progress toward our goals of achieving meaningful finance for blockchain research, sustainability, and local communities, as well as making exciting new partnerships. From what we know now, Ripple's goal is to make blockchain technology available to everyone. At the same time, they are helping new companies and good projects grow. It's great to see that in motion, and I'd like to take this chance to remind you that nothing that is shown on this channel should not be taken as financial advice. If you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, you should always be careful and do your own study on the market. This is because people are living longer. Raoul Pal thinks that governments will have to borrow more money in the future to support the growth of the GDP and pay off their own debts. This is because both the debt and the GDP are over 100%, and there isn't enough cash flow in the economy to cover the rise in debt. As a result, the Federal Reserve prints money to cover the debt, and banks are required by law to keep it on their books. This has an effect on the commercial sector, currencies, and the denominator. Results in the value of scarce assets like Bitcoin going up. Bitcoin in particular is a life jacket because it not only makes up for the 8% yearly loss in value, but it also goes up in value as more people use it. We know that financial institutions, private equity companies, and other groups are vying for this digital asset. When it comes to demographics, it is being used all over the world. For some reason, these two charts are still the most important ones in macroeconomics, but few people know much about them. The answer has always been, I couldn't agree with you more. On the other hand, going on to the Shutter 2, at first glance, it looks like the XRP will play a big part in the Internet of Value. I thought the most boring part was when they said that Ripple is more than just a cryptocurrency, it's a model of the whole thing. To repeat what Brad Grillinghouse has said before, you need to build together. This is related to the ecosystem of the financial sector and the fact that they have given back $200 million, 0 cents over the past 8 years. That's a lot of money. One of the best things about giving back is that it makes people think of new ideas. Building something on your own is not a choice. Instead, you need to get together a group of knowledgeable people and build with each other. I want to open up the blockchain business to everyone and bring about the global change we are seeing right now. To make this happen, everyone needs to put their egos aside and work together. When egos get in the way, problems start and things go back to the way they were. On the other hand, when everyone gets together and starts to think, that's when real innovation starts to happen. Trump says it's too late and Powell needs to lower the interest rate right away. Donald Trump is about to drop a major bombshell. Job growth in the U.S. was the slowest in almost 2 years. Based on the most recent report from ADP, he's saying that the statistics were released too late and that Powell needs to lower the rate right away. That man is completely crazy. This is the 9th time that both Europe and Canada have been defeated. I think they've done it 5 times. How are things going? You should write your answer in the box below. Is this the next meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee? I need to look at my calendar again when the time comes, but where is that? You should know that things are about to really go off and Bitcoin will eventually break through to an all-time high. Things are going to go off because of a meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee FOMC, and the possibility of a rate decrease, which is, to put it mildly, long overdue. Altcoins are really going up. To get a better idea of what's going on, let's watch this video together and then come back to it later this week. When it comes to the subject of this constant coin law, which is called the My Genius Act, we are mostly in agreement, K. It is because of this that we will finally be able to use payment methods that are more in line with today. Stablecoins will be backed up dollar for dollar with dollars from the United States of America. This will bring the U.S. economy into the world of digital assets, keep innovation going in the U.S., and lower risk in the U.S. But the fact that Senator Bill has said they want to make this cryptocurrency stablecoin a law makes it clear that payments will be handled differently as a result of this change. Is it true that we are going to be brought into the 21st century and have better lives? One thing we've been focusing on a lot is getting rid of the old ways of sending money to each other and making big changes to how we move money around. People tend to forget about things like this, like the fact that the cryptocurrency industry is almost ready to be regulated. You all know that it will happen. It doesn't happen all at once, and there's no guarantee that you'll be able to sleep the next morning. The rules are here, and you need to wake up because they are here. Nothing has changed, and everything is in harmony with the audience. On the other hand, things are slowly but surely getting better. I should also mention that we talk about the growth of the internet, and it's our opinion that cryptocurrency will be the next big thing on the internet. I don't understand what you're saying because, as you can see, a lot of people are using this digital asset along with other digital assets like XRP. We were told this morning that there was important news from China, even though, according to the paperwork, has something to do with XRP. This is not true. That is completely crazy to think about it. Some people forget about that, but we don't want to forget about it. The Ripple 2024 Effect Report talks a lot about the $21 million 0 cents grants. 80% of the staff are involved. More than 1,500 research projects have been funded, and progress has been made toward reaching net zero by 2030. As you can see, Trump is also happy to say that after all these years, he agrees with Senator Elizabeth Warren on one thing: the debt cap must be lifted completely to keep the economy from going into a disaster. Giving it to leaders who might want to use it is okay, even though it could have terrible effects on not only our country, but also in a roundabout way, the whole world when it comes to Senator Warren. In case the United States can't keep its debt under control, let's work together to do this. This is the second time I've said something about the $4 trillion, 0 cents, no sense estimate. I like the idea, but it would have to be put into action slowly and as quickly as possible. Let's do this, Republicans and Democrats. Brian says that Bitcoin could take the place of the dollar as the world's main currency. Armstrong, where do you want to take this conversation? We talk a lot about the world reserve.